hopelessly devoted to you. Olivia Newton-John. The wildcat's neck was extended, ears pointed ahead and front paws pressed hard into the mossy surface. His rear legs were cocked like a hammer of a gun, locked and loaded, 12 feet directly in front of me. The hairs on my arms raised as my hand froze, holding a dirty knife. "Come here," I whispered to you. I had been focused on him, a tight focus, and instinctively I expanded my focus to you, because I wanted you to witness this, with me, by my side, because it felt too unbelievable. I'm like that. When I see something that marvels my senses, I like to experience this with another. And why, in my more youthful era, I never really liked to explore solo. I did, a lot, but also felt something missing. I was taught to be independent and venture on my own, so I ignored, berated, and denied this longing as a clue to my preference, a clue to the authentic expression of me. A voice within was speaking, but I couldn't hear it yet. It repeated again and again until I tuned in. What is he going to kill? You slipped quietly beside me, as you tended to do. Many times you've scared the living daylights out of me with your tender footfalls. Your contemporaries that I see out and about, like at the grocery store or the gym, move in very different ways. I can see and hear them coming. They strike me as puffed up, hormone-driven, grandiose beings, which I imagine is necessary to compete in their world. Even your minimal expressions demonstrate how different worlds can coexist, although I'm pretty sure your contemporaries are less aware of our world. Oh. That's it? Oh? You were clearly unmoved as you pivoted on your socked heels and slid away, back to where you'd come. You have your preferences too, more in a virtual realm, for now, which I know will form into something, and that something will extend to reach my path as it extends into something, connecting us together at some vector in the future. I stood alone with a standoff, predator and prey, with my unanswered inner voice. Who is his prey? I gently placed the utensil I was cleaning into the kitchen sink and stealthily shifted to the right window pane. My vision, like the scope of a rifle, zeroed into a line with his. I zoomed in. My breath caught. Throat tightened. My inner voice screamed, "No, no, no! Little fucker!" Little fucker. The prey sitting on his tiny hind legs, holding a nut between his furry paws, peeling away the shell, the prey to his predatory nature, a peanut. It is said when the weather starts to turn the bright yellow petals of sunflowers to the blood-red foliage of maples, twilight creatures shift to diurnal. The cooling temperatures drive this wildcat to follow the activity of his daylight prey. In all the years I've lived among the moss-blanketed conifers, I have never seen anything this stunning or conflicting. The lynx's eyes set on my beloved red squirrel, Little Fucker, the fellow who lives in a small space he carved out above my sauna, where I go every fall, winter, and spring for an hour in the afternoons. I often hear him scurry between the roof from within and the roof that is out, a sort of attic for the sauna, his little claws tapping above me as he finds the best spot to join our communion. When he settles, I close my eyes and slip into the unseen realms. I consider him my companion as I explore these dimensions. Like I said, I like exploring with others. We've gotten close over the years. I fed him often, talk to him when he's announcing some bird is invading his space, reassuring him, I've got more peanuts. Don't worry about the Stellar's jays. There's plenty for you all. It never occurred to me I had been fattening Little Fucker up for this predator. I wondered if my hospitality had softened him to the harsh realities that lay beyond my gate. All the nurturing, caring, protecting, adoring, only to discover a predator stalking my devotion for his benefit. No wonder there's a collective attitude to not coddle to avoid the experience of suffering and loss, as if that's even possible for me. That would mean I'd have to ignore, berate, and deny a clue to my preferences, a clue to the authentic expression of me. I watched little fucker sitting under the Winter King hawthorn I just planted on summer solstice, the time of year pagans referred to as Letha, the celebration of the fullness of Earth and her inhabitants, symbolizing motherhood, the magic of pregnancy, progeny, and all that sustains life on our planet. As little fucker worked blissfully to sustain his life, the lynx was intending to do the same. Was he waiting until his prey was properly stuffed for the most efficient nutrients? I reached over my kitchen sink to click the lock on the window and slid it open. The lynx didn't flinch in the slightest by the sounds occurring unexpectedly at his back. I amped up the pressure, rapping hard on the glass, hoping to jar him away. It did not break his focus. I ratcheted up. "Mr. Lynx, don't you kill that squirrel." No movement. I escalated. "Hey!" My existence meant nothing to him. Did he case the joint before he parked himself by my kitchen window? Did he scan the walled garden and think, "This is an easy mark. I'll be the apex predator on this land. Clearly no hunters live here. Possibly a nice pair of pruners was the only threat." I shifted tactics, deciding I needed to become an animal. I curled my tongue, taking the tip to the bottom of my lower teeth, to my upper lip. I became his predator and hissed. He flinched. I filled in his thoughts. What the heck kind of creature is making some mating call behind me? Ever so slowly, he twisted his head to the right, but only to the point where he could identify the sound with his peripheral. Once marked with the same deliberate and unimpressed pace, he turned right back to his intended. Fuck. Panic set in. Was there nothing I could do to protect little fucker? Was this where we parted, little one? I shifted my focus to say my goodbye to my love. Simultaneously, I noted the lynx's body softening as we both realized little fucker had disappeared. I busted out laughing, probably to release the built-up tension, but also in utter joy of the unexpected effect of my dialogue with the lynx. It seemed playful, devoted conversations in all forms can protect and preserve life, at least within my gates. But you already knew that. This doesn't feel unbelievable to you. Yeah, Mom, what's new? We all flourish here.